just throw me under the bus like that, Maya. I did break one. What is up, darlings, and welcome back to Kirsties'Karz. Woo! It's been a wild summer. I've been going. I can't even explain, but it is what? Labor Day today, so I got the day off, and it's time to just sit in this shop and get some darn stuff done. Like, literally. I am so anxious and just so ready to get rolling on this, so I got a couple things I gotta try on the L. We've been having some issues, I'll explain those in a minute, but I'm also going to finally do something on this Nova today. As most of you know, my dad passed away last year, and me and him kind of worked on that car. Like, you can see him in some of my earlier videos, but the last person to work on this car with me was my dad. And after losing him, I kind of went through this phase where I didn't want to touch anything that he had touched. I felt it just painful and heartbreaking. It reminded me of the last times that I spent with my dad. But I'm finally getting to the point to where I realize that none of this is going to get done if I don't get it done. So, as hard as it is, I'm gonna do it. I know Maya's been begging me all week to help me make a video. So today we are gonna make a video together. I can't thank you guys enough for having faith in me and believing in me and rooting me on and knowing that I'm gonna come back and get this and I'm gonna follow my dreams and accomplish them. I just gotta get this L running. Let me explain. So, about, I don't know, a month and a half ago, 2 months ago, I had to go to Qdoba to pick up some dinner for me and the kiddos, and I was like, man, I feel like taking the L, you know, so I jumped in the L, ripped it down there, you know, had fun, got out of Qdoba with the food, jumped in the L, and it wouldn't start, and it was just like turning over, you know, but we had fuel, air, it just wouldn't spark. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious, that would be my luck, you know, so since then, I did the coil. Let me just show you. Okay. My dad was working on this car when he was sick, battling pancreatic cancer. So he quick stepped a few things, and he worked with the amount of money he had, and he just did what he could to build it how he wanted it, you know? And so I had a hard time finding that coil. Okay, so I went and bought this MSD coil. I put it in there. Tried that first, nothing. Still the same, cranking over. So then I was like, okay, let's check the cap and the rotor. So I actually ended up buying a new cap and rotor because the old one that he had on there, this contact point I found down sitting by the rotor in the distributor. So this had like came off and the spring was out and stuff. So I was like, you know, maybe that was my problem. You know, obviously it wasn't getting contact to the rotor. That has to be the problem, you know? Oh, jeez, just shot out of there. Okay, but, so I did that, bought the new one, the exact same one he had, I found it, and bam, still doesn't work. While I was trying to fire it in here, the battery died. So I like jumped in the Subaru, took it to AutoZone and was like, hey, charge this battery please. And they're like, the crank in your battery is a toast. So I was like, gosh darn it. Well, I need a battery to make any sort of progress. So I dropped the $200 and got the new battery there. brought it home thinking, you know, this isn't going to be my problem, but I might as well try it, you know, and bam, not the problem. So whatever, I got a new battery too. But while I'm testing it to see if it was the battery, this fuel filter right here, I just put on there. It's brand new, along with the fuel line, etc. Because my dad had this little clear fuel filter right here, and it was like, I don't know if it was glass. I could spin the glass and then fuel was like leaking out, but not even kidding you. When I went to go fire it up, a whole bunch of fuel just like started pouring out. So I noticed that there was cracks on the line that he had. So I went ahead, found the only freaking fuel filter they had because I was impatient and just wanted to like I could get it going. So I've been trying for days. But anyways, so I replaced the line and the filter, and you know, it's like, man, that's gonna be my problem. Tried to go fire it up, thought I got it, you know, and then I didn't, and then that didn't work. But Dad always wants to test me, so thanks, Dad. I was trying to find that darn fuel filter. I don't know what I did with it. I don't even want to go through that trash bag. But no, I just been really unorganized and really just not myself lately. Just so much to do, so little time. I ripped that fuel filter off and I really don't know where the heck it went. But yeah, I'm sure you guys have seen them. They're just the little like glass fuel filters. Anyways, so I'm gonna keep moving here on other things that I've done. Freaking trying this, and I'm so aggravated that I don't film it because I'm like, yes, let me show you. So I went ahead and pulled the spark plugs and noticed that there's some oil for sure, you know, not completely drenched, like tips are still pretty good, you know. It's just the fact of like I don't like that. Oil being anywhere near plugs just does not sound good to me at all. Another thing was they were all gapped differently. Okay, so take a look. So this one 3840. Oh, look at this one. Damn near 50. If we keep going, I mean, each one is freaking different. Like, I can't even explain. This one's past 50. Or just about 50. There was one in here that was like freaking 35, you know? And then all the rest were just insane. Oh yeah, like this is, look at this one. 55. So they were all capped differently. And so yeah, I went and I bought some AC Delco new ones. The thing was like, got these little stubby plugs here, and they're that way because hooker routers, man, they don't allow much room back there to get that last plug out, so you gotta use a good old wrench. I don't know what I did with the socket, but it's one of the sockets that has you know, I don't know how you'd say that, like, I found it. This is what you use to get that far back one out. You can reach it with the wrench once you get it back here. Anyways. So I got the plugs out though. They had some oil on them and they were all gapped crazy. So my next step is going to be to drop these new plugs in, hook it all back up, and hope that that's the problem. I'm sure it won't be, because I need to learn a lot more, and that's what my dad's telling me pretty much. The reason why I don't want to mess with the wires, which I should, but I just don't want to, because these wires were one of those kits where you cut them and make them yourself, and my dad did it right before he passed. You know, I don't want to mess with it. He has it all, you know, it's just him. I don't know, but you know, if this doesn't work, then that's what I'm gonna do. See, there's so many things about this L that I have no idea, just because I didn't do it and I never asked him. But like, what in the heck does this orange wire go to, you know? Just shove back down in here? Like, that's the kind of stuff that I'm saying, is that this car's so much harder for me to work on. I just simply don't know. Like, I didn't do that part with him. I didn't ask him. We weren't living together, you know? So he spent his time in his garage doing what he wanted to do to this car, and I'm just having a hell of a time trying to, you know, figure it out. My dad was a pretty rad guy, and he just did things the old-fashioned way and did it the quick way and made it work and made it run and ripped his grandkids around in the damn thing and called it a day, you know? Me and my OCD, I'm like, what the heck is this wire? Trying to trace it back through the firewall, figure it out, but it's connected to 100 other little wraps of wires, and you're just like, whoa, I don't know. You know what I mean? But just bleh. I do know everything that we did together here. We did the heater core together here before he passed, and We cut out the hood using my winch, and we welded up some of the exhaust with the old flux welder, which I need to go back through now and re-weld that with my MIG welder. That's something I could do for sure. But yeah, I'm just, the spacers, you know, he's just a wild man, you know, using little spark plug boots places and freaking just, I just gotta figure it out, you know, I just gotta figure it out. Anyways, I'm gonna call Maya in here. We're gonna get going. We're gonna throw these spark plugs back in, connect the boots. I went ahead and numbered all the wires and stuff so that I can just slap it all back together, you know, in the correct firing order. I don't know. It's good to have Maya out here and wanting to help. Reminds me of me wanting to help my dad, and I'm just glad that we can spend this day doing something together. Let's go. So we're gonna get rolling.
Yeah.
Yeah. What are we doing? Do you even know?
No.
Come here.
Are we putting spark plug in?
We are. See, you somewhat now. We gotta gap them first, though. This is a gap tool. What? Can you read the numbers on it?
In the back?
No, on the front.
100. I don't know.
Yeah, you can. See, there's numbers all the way around it. Starts at 20, ends at 100. 20, 30, 40, 50.
50, 60, 70, 80, 90.
Yep, so when you take a spark plug, you start at the 20.
20.
And you put it like this. Hold that tool. No, hold the tool. You put it on like that, and you slide it around until you feel tension, and it stops. And then you read what the number's at. That's what we're going to try and set them all to. All the new ones. We're going to try and set them all to 35. So when we're doing this, though, you take a new one, like, right. But you put it on there, and you slide it around. What number is it at?
40.
40. All right, so when you want it, when we need it smaller, we need to tap this little metal piece right here. You tap it, and it makes the distance in between the contact point and that top point. You see, it'll make the difference smaller. No, we gotta do one at a time. Hold on. So then we put it back on this. See if it changed it any. No, so we'll do a little bit more. So crazy though. The first person who ever taught me how to gap plugs was Brent from BFI Speed, Kirsties'Karz, and then our FL2K trip. Yeah, somewhere along the line we stopped off to help somebody, and yeah, I got to gap some plugs. I hit it too hard that where's the? And so it's stopping around the 32. Yeah, come on, camera girl. So if you do that, then you have to use this middle part, kind of open it up a little bit more. Yeah, we're just there. Are you learning something?
Yes.
Difficult to.
Yes, because we have no room to stand.
Yeah.
All we have is this room, and we don't have to again.
She thinks. Way to just throw me under the bus like that, Maya. I did break one. Pretty much decided now just to use a wrench.
And this is the broken one. Snap it off.
Yeah, she likes to throw me Ah, Maya. Thank you. But yeah, so we're just going to hand tighten them as much as possible, and then use the old wrench and socket instead of the ratchet socket. I was just trying to speed things up in life a little bit. Okay. So I just slip this bad boy on there and then pretty much use a wrench to tighten it on just a wee bit. Because honestly, since I broke my hand, like my hand strength isn't like yeah. So yeah, and honestly I don't like overdoing it, so you know. Yeah, I can't just hand tighten them all because I just don't have, like, honestly, the strength. Alright, got these 4 on.
And now we are going to rotate to this side. We are trying to tighten it. We are going to tighten it.
Okay, so I've technically already tightened it. But I just wanted to show you guys these headers are literally like so close. Like you can't get your ratchet in there. You just get one of these guys and then throw the wrench on there and tighten it that way. It's a little harder putting it back there and there, but you can still literally get back there and do it with both of these. So just wanted to show you guys. 16 mil that I'm using. And then a 3/4 wrench. Bam. Pretty simple, easy. Went and like kind of numbered them. So I'll just throw them back on in the right order and we'll see what it does. Well, of course, now I gotta go to AutoZone and get that plug that I broke replaced, right? So here we go. Off to AutoZone. Get the plug. Throw the wires back on and see if it fires up, which I really doubt it will, but all we can do is guess and check, and that's how this goes. For me right now, I'm all I got, so let's go. They'll have it in tomorrow, whatever, and then yeah, I'll finish up the project. But I'm just gonna go ahead and do what I can today and finish up what I started pretty much, and then tomorrow finish that up. Bam, 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 she's done. Like I said though, I don't think it's gonna solve my problem, so really this was just letting you guys know that I'm making progress. I'm trying, and I mean, shit, it's sunshine, man. If it works, then it works, but it's not gonna work, so. All right, so we got 1, 3, 5 is right here, and then 7's right there. I had just numbered them. So, yeah, now that's complete. So 1, 3, 5, 7. I'm working on this side right now, but it'd be 2, 4's right here, 6, and 8. So, just showing you guys. 1, 3, 5, 7, 2, 4, 6, 8. Bam. I had decided that I'm gonna come back out here, and just because I don't have my final spark plug that I need to do to finish this video, I am going to go ahead and get working on the 74 Nova hatch. It's been a while since my dad passed, pretty much, that I've worked on it. But yeah, I'm ready to get going on again, so I'm pretty sure I left off doing some body work. So I'm gonna go back through, dust her off, and see how this body work is looking. Probably fix up a few of the spots that I still needed to fix. Woo. I should have a mask on right now, but I'm using a sanding block, and because of my gimpy hand, I'm not doing a real good job at it, so there's not a lot of dust coming off. So when I get the actual sander out, I throw my mask on. See if we can get our spark plug. Alright you guys, it's day 2 of the video. I got my spark plug in, so I'm getting ready to just pop that sucker in, and then we'll hook it all back up and try and fire her let's go. It's just not gonna go. So, did the coil, check the fuses, check the grounds, change the spark plugs, change the cap and rotor, change some fuel line in the fuel filter, change the battery. Yeah, I've literally been trying everything. Darn. I'm just gonna kill the battery again that way, so might as well give up. But that's where I'm at. Whole lot of crap. Oh, I'm so aggravated. What am I missing? Ugh. Till next time. Thanks to my friend Dustin, I was able to check all the power on everything, and everything looked good. So, not totally sure on what to do next, but I'm gonna go with just buying a new distributor. Maybe change the wires, just keep, replacing things until eventually it runs. Don't really have much of an option, but hey, if one of you guys knows what I'm doing wrong or have an idea of something else I could try, let me know. And I really appreciate you all, and I'll catch you around next time.